So it's in basically I'm going to run through it all, the basics on my knowledge or what I would have understood from masculine and feminine energy or behaviors as a human. Like I'm going deep into the spiritual because it has several natures of masculine and feminine energy. It has real theories. It's like a whole large study. Um, I just study animals. I study nature. I like to watch at nature and observe the patterns. That's one of my strong points. I ain't no certification as no scientist and thing, but um, if you're smart enough, you know you don't need to be, or you never needed to be a certified. You never needed to go to school, and you don't need to go to school to be wise. You don't need to go to school to learn. You don't need to go to school to have knowledge. If you're smart enough, you would understand what I'm saying, right? So yeah, I just study nature. Like I do the work. Like I observe. I go deep into, and I'm good at pattern analysis and understanding things. If anybody who know me will tell you, I ain't no fool. Moving on, masculine and feminine, from the nature perspective, because what going is a lot of, I would have seen a lot of humans we confused about our roles as masculine male and feminine female. My understanding from my observation and deep thoughts, I would have come to the understanding that males, our job is to protect. Like if you observe the animals, um, our we are naturally protective. Like there we go back to back when I was younger. Like I have two sisters and a younger brother. Two sisters older, but thing my father would when he leave the home alone, when he leave and he alone, is when he not in the house anymore. Used to be like, hey, it's your turn to protect you, the man of the house. And I didn't feel a burden for that. Like that things that you were telling me to do, and I don't feel a burden for that. But I didn't feel that came naturally. Like I put my guards up. I ready to go to war for anybody that come into my house and try to violate. Um, when I went to school, um, like if you know me, I real cool. Like I the cool, chill, Bill and Jones, but I have an X side. Like my protective side is not to be played with. You know, they say fuck around and find out. Do fuck around and find out. Trust me, I will go evil on you before you cross my territory and play violating anybody that is close to me, like my sisters, my mother, my little brother. Do violate. Trust me. I ain't even joking. There's no one to play with. I will make you famous for the rest of your life. Yeah. So yeah, like I have stories in school. Like let me give you an example. Like it had this one moment where um this guy he did something to my sister, and I was like, if I violate, me and tell him nothing. Me and tell him nothing. I sit down and I will premeditate. My strongest point is my brain. Like I could fight when it come down to hunter and like his brain and muscle again one time and I fit. I ain't never stop exercising since 12 years old and I 32 human cycles as we count it. But yeah, I out there. So basically, I follow him, and when I follow him, I premeditate him, and I premeditate, and I was like, this fella, he had to pay for that. Like, I know that not slipping. You can't do that ever again. You cannot. That's a disrespect. So I sit down in class and I watching him whole day. I doing my work, but easy second thought in my mind. If one plus one is two, the next thought is what I going to do to kill her. So We reached down to almost the end of the day, and it's time for me to execute my plan. I done plan out my thing. I done plan out my thing. I was like, righty, everybody just shut by themselves. I not even serious. I not even joking. Like I wait for him to go to the toilet. Like we had lessons. I wait for him to go to the toilet. He went out to the toilet. You must go to the toilet. You must pee and take a shit by yourself. And I follow him. Went down to the toilet. Say excuse, I could go to the toilet. Go to the toilet. Nobody in. Nobody. I harmless. Trust me. I harmless. No, so nobody in thinking nothing. I go and he and all in thinking nothing. He bigger than me and everything. So he will never believe that I would retaliate. And he gone down to the toilet and I follow down. He even know I follow him. But when he done pee and he coming back out and it's me alone and he alone, I snatch him. And I do the most evil things I could think about to that fella. Like I did not to kill. I didn't want to kill. I wanted to give a message. So I put pain through him in the most without damaging him. But I put him through the most pain I could possibly think about putting him through. Like at one point I was forcing through his head into a space where it was smaller than he had, and basically I know I wasn't. I know his head wasn't gonna fit through, but the idea in his head that he had might go through there, the pressure he feeling that I am going to make your head fit through there, and if your head fit through there, it's going to stick and knock him out. That drive fear into him. Like he was humbled after he walked up the stairs like a puppy, and I walk up the stairs smiling. That is the protective instinct of a man. That is the masculine energy. Now, we have to understand something, females. When a man becomes a protector, when a man protects you, he requires a certain kind of it doesn't it requires a certain kind of respect, a certain kind of energy in return. You see, that is why, and a lot of men don't even know it, they just act on feelings. But that is why when a man get horn, or when you have a certain man coming around and you're acting anyhow with a man, you're acting anyhow with a certain man, and he is your protector, he gonna pull away. Because how I gonna how I gonna create how I gonna create the image that, hey, oh, you can't mess up. If you have 8 men around me, you're gonna create danger for yourself, because I is one man. I know my strengths. So if you have about 8 men coming and checking you and you thinking that's why that's you gotta be smart. Nobody is saying you can't talk to 8 men and time and place. You can't bring 8 men to your home. You can't have a whole lime. You can't have a lime in your home and it's a bag of man and you're putting yourself in jeopardy. And you know it because or you would buy a house thinking how you would gain safety, thinking how you would gain security. And when you sit down in that house by yourself, you're scared when the night comes. But if you have a man coming around consistently, and no duppy man, because when I get a duppy man, when I get a stupid man, a man who he can't defend it, but you will get rid of him. Or you won't even get rid of him for you won't even tell him that's the reason you get rid of him, but you will get rid of him. But when you know a man around that could defend it, you know a man around that, hey, he make you feel safe. See? He make you feel safe. He could protect you. Because we know it's a world where or you don't feel safe. Or you don't feel safe around other men. Um so when you know a man will jump out and protect you. See, you feel safe. So if you're doing things to jeopardize that safety, he is not going to want. You're not gonna wanna. You're not gonna wanna protect you no more, because you're basically making him look Like he is incapable of protecting you. Um, and men are even if a man is protective, a lot of men is not confrontational protective. So, I know for me, for instance, like I not going and pick no fights. I go and scope out the scene. Like I go and like generally a man not going to run into me. A man will size me up and be like, I wonder if to make the chance. I wonder if to take the chance or not. That's how men is think. Men is size up each other. When a man walk in a room, he going to watch. It's like, man, if I could take you, what kind of mental this man is? What kind of is he smart? Is he powerful? You're sizing up your opponent when you're walking a space. No matter what kind of man he is, he will size up. He will size up his opponent. And I not going and run into a man just so to go and jeopardize myself because I know any fight is gonna create damage. Any confrontation could end up bad. Like every confrontation is a 50-50 chance. Now that's something that obviously you could dominate. Um but it makes no sense making yourself become damaged. It makes no sense putting your life at risk and losing the ability to protect the ones that you're supposed to protect. So that goes for the next thing. Why a woman like to sometimes create situations between men. Like you know your man strong, you know your man skilled, you know your man capable and thing. But you like to create unnecessary situations and unnecessary dramas. Like why you going and taunt? Why you going and flirt with an ex man in front of your man? Why you going and taunt an ex man or get into drama with an ex man and then send your man to defend it? Like you're going to lose your protector, and you're going to lose your protector for stupidness because when the time comes that he really need to protect you when it's a serious situation, see? So, and I tell you no, yeah, my sisters, my mother, my friend, my female friends that I protect, like before you play with me, before you put me in situations that are foolish and unnecessary, like if you jeopardize my life, I can't protect you, so I'm not gonna protect you if you do them kind of things. So don't put yourself with no stupid man who is you don't think who because it has some men out there that don't think, it has some men that do use they just run into shit and they're aggressive. They have so much trauma that they're aggressive without control. Because control is a big thing for a man. That's another thing with masculine energy. Control. A man is patience and control. Protection, patience, and control. We will continue on. I have more to talk about because the feminine, but I'll hit that in the next video.